A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Oklahoma's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard to beat.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise, and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Auburn's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
On the ground, it's Cobb. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to fire on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Robinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He's got it. First down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Auburn going to work with another first down. Going up top again. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to pass, it's Batir. The sure hands, it's Gibson. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Shakes off the defender. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll run it from the gun. Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. It's caught. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Carolina. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snags it quickly on the out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Short gain on the play before he slides. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Trying play action. Quarterback adapted. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. Got his man.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. You think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Finds his man down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Got it behind the line. It's up. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Sooners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the 2nd play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Handoff to the lone back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Pressure coming. Nobody following from the tomfoolery, the chicanery, and it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he pulls it in at the 15.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grabbed behind the line, it's Burks. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. A 1st down run in the red zone. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Finds his man, it's Frazier. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position. He's in open space downfield. It's a seam wide open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air, it's Mateer. Looking for the score. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Sooners are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And they did tack on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Singleton. Gets it out fast. Here he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Here he comes from inside his own. The ball pops out on the return. Almost a disaster on that return. They didn't jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Good couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now.
Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to...
Gonna take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Now with the first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Trying to set up the screen. Touchdown, Auburn! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
Lining up for the PAT. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 20 to Boise State. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up.
Oh, out of space. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
That makes the score Auburn 34, Oklahoma 24.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that last completion, it's second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sategna. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mateer. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Man, they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kent. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So here comes the Auburn offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. He's going up top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Ott. Crosses the 30. He's got away. It's a running room. Touchdown Sooners. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slipping down the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Going to the running game. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game. You've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The snap sets up the throw. Sets up the screen. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be fourth down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Back to pass, it's Batir. Working the middle, it's complete. On the move is the 30. Wide open. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was.
Oh, he wants it all. Brings it in down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout those Bobcats fans will remember for some time. They're up by got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
And the Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's up. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. This is a designed run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down, really easy.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
The give as they work on that clock. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They go to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Finds a crease at the 20. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole.
Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Offside defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. They're working that left side. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Here we go, let's get this.
To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. Touchdown, Sooners! A great catch and run for 6.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Cobb. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop situation here, David. They just can't press yet.
Hey, it's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Flips it out on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air, it's Mateer. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Kent. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
QB strikes the ball and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Come on, Zach.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Sategna.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
That's a fly. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. This is now a 7-point game.
Step 1 complete. You cut this to a 1-possession game. But man, oh man, do you need some more things to go your way. Step 2, we're going to have to kick it onside. No timeouts left. Can't waste clock. Got to get a little bit lucky and see if we can get our offense back on the field.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.